What's going on, guys? This is Vince with vshred.com, and today I'm going to be taking you guys through a short but intense back and bi workout. Alright, so not gonna mess around and waste any time here. I'm gonna get right into this workout. It's going to be a back and bi workout. Like I said, this is a pull day on my current push-pull legs 3-day split. I follow that twice throughout the week and then a rest day. If you guys are wondering how often you should do this workout, you can do this, say, I wouldn't do it any more often than every 3 days. That would be the most you should probably hit any muscle group. You should give it time to recover. But in this specific workout, I'm going to be hitting back first, followed up with bicep. I'm gonna be doing 4 exercises for back, 2 exercises for bicep. For back, I'm gonna be focusing on width more than thickness on my back. I've been really trying to bring up that V taper appearance with my back and get my lats real wide. And then for bicep, I like to focus a little bit more on my outer head of my bicep, just so that I can give it that nice peak appearance and just make it look better from the side. So I'm gonna get into this workout. First exercise was lat pull downs. Now, with all of the exercises that we're gonna be doing today, it's going to be 4 sets of each exercise, and with each set, you're going to be going up in weight a little bit, but then also your reps are going to go slightly down. The 4 sets, I usually go 15 with the first one, around 12 with the second, around 8 with the third, and then I go for about 5 to 6 reps with the 4th set. But on this first exercise with lat pull downs, what I'm going to do to start out with this big compound movement like a lat pull down, I'm going to do a drop set on the 4th set. What that means is basically on that 4th set, you're going to be going for 5 or 6 reps, and you're going to be doing whatever weight is going to be heavy enough for you to fail at 5 to 6 reps with good form. And then after that, you're going to drop set down. So you're going to drop the weight down. I go to about 50% of the weight. I think I did 180 pounds, drop down to 90 pounds. And you basically rep out as many times as you can with that lighter weight until you reach failure again. And if you're doing it properly, you should not be able to rock out 10, 15 reps here. You should be doing this with controlled form and really only getting probably 4 or 5, maybe 6 reps, and then hitting failure again, unless you just didn't do the heavy part right or you start cheating with your form. So make sure that you are really focusing on pulling downward with your elbow, pulling your elbows in towards your side. The elbows coming in towards your torso is what's going to shorten that lat muscle. And then same thing, make sure your elbows are going outwards away from your torso, and that's going to lengthen the muscle, therefore working your lat. So that's going to be the first one. And then also we're going to be doing about 1 minute rest between every single set. Now, second exercise is going to be a straight bar or a straight bar, straight arm pull down. Now, with this exercise, it's another great exercise for widening of your lats. It's really good for what is known as the sweep of your lat, which is when it kind of just sweeps over your serratus here and just your ab muscles, your core in general. But with this exercise, the main thing to focus on is shoulder extension, which means your elbows coming down in front of your body and coming down in line with your body. So your elbows should be ending just like they are down at your side, but then when you're bringing the weight back up, you want to focus on letting those elbows flare forward and then all the way up, getting that stretch of your lat, creating that sweep, and then pressing back down through your elbows towards the ground, getting that shoulder extension, because that is what's going to work that lat. Again, you're going to do 4 sets. Start with 15, down to 12, down to 8, down to 5 to 6. But we're no longer doing drop sets. The only drop set was going to be with lat pull down. So we're going to be ending with just a heavier set, 5 to 6 reps, and then we're going to be moving on to the third exercise, which was a hammer strength lat pull down. And this is just going to hit the lats from a little bit different of an angle. Again, it's going to be going for width. You're going to be pulling your elbows in at your side. You're going to be getting shoulder extension, therefore working your lats. It's going to be working at a little bit different of an angle than the cable lat pull down and the straight bar lat pull, or the straight bar, straight arm lat push down, or pull down, as you would call it, I guess. But this is just going to, again, like I said, work on widening the lats. We're gonna do 4 sets, same thing, 15, 12, 8, 6, 1 minute rest in between, and then we're gonna move on to the final back exercise, which is going to actually be working on more back thickness. So I don't all just wanna go all back width here. I do also wanna work a little bit on thickness to get your back that full appearance. So the last exercise is going to be an incline bench dumbbell row. Your chest is going to be supported. You're going to be laying flat down face on the bench, and then what you're really going to focus on here is driving your elbows backwards first, and then rowing, and then basically pulling that weight up through your elbows so that you end with your arms again in line with your body. So you're going to let them fall down. You're going to get that stretch of your lat, and then you're going to bring your elbows backward first, and then drive upward through your elbow, ending right in line with your body. So 4 sets of this again, and this is going to be a much shorter range of motion than you're probably used to, but if you do it right, you do it in a controlled fashion, you're probably going to have to use lighter weight than what you usually do with rows, you for sure are, but you should feel a nice squeeze if you're doing this right, and if you're not, just really focus on driving those elbows back and driving them up as far as you can, getting that squeeze on your lat muscle and bringing them back down and getting that stretch. So that's going to be the 4th exercise for back. Then we're going to move on to biceps. It's just going to be 2 bicep exercises. The first one is going to be a straight bar curl, and this is just a great exercise to work both heads of the biceps. If you didn't know, biceps have 2 heads. You have the short head, which is going to be the inner head closest to your body, and then you have the long head, which is the outer head, which accounts for the peak of the bicep, while the short head is for the thickness of the bicep. So starting out with the straight bar curl, we're actually going to be working both heads pretty evenly because of the supination of the wrists and because your arms are in line with your body as you're curling. So we're going to be doing 4 sets of this. The most important thing when it comes to curls is you have to focus on all 3 contractions, really. What I mean by this is you got to focus on the concentric, which is the curl up. You got to focus on the isometric, which is the squeeze at the top, and you got to focus more than anything on the eccentric, which is the way back down. A lot of times people end up swinging the weight up, not holding it at the top at all, and then just dropping it back down. So they're getting like 10%, like 25%, okay, like 33% of the exercise, of the benefits that the exercise could be giving them, versus if they were to really focus on not throwing any momentum into it, curling it up with their muscle, contracting their biceps, squeezing at the top, and then lowering it. I like to go twice as slow on the way back down than on the way up. Gonna do this for all 4 sets. Again, go in the order of 15, 12, 10, and then I typically, with biceps, they're a smaller muscle group, I don't really go too heavy with these. So the lowest rep range I will go is 10 reps, probably 8 to 10 reps. 8 would be on the much lower end than I would typically go, just because those smaller muscle groups are going to respond better to high volume rather than high weight. And then so that's gonna be 4 sets of that, 1 minute rest in between. Last exercise is going to be an incline bench hammer curl. This is a fantastic exercise to work the outer head of the bicep, also known as the peak or the long head. And the reason for this is due to the fact of where your biceps insert and where they originate on your body. While the short head runs right up into your scapula and right down into your ulna, your forearm bone, your long head starts at your ulna and then it goes all the way up, but it wraps around what is known as the bicipital groove right inside here and then inserts into the scapula. Therefore, when you pull your arms forward, your long head is assisting that, so it's in a little bit of a relaxed state. When you put it back behind your body, you're going to be therefore putting it in a stretch, therefore putting it into a biomechanical advantageous state and getting a deeper stretch on the muscle, getting a better contraction on the muscle. So this is going to the incline bench dumbbell curl, hammer curl is going to work the outer head of the bicep. And again, really the main thing to focus on here is keeping your elbow in the exact same spot the whole time. If you're leaning back and you're curling this weight up and you are bringing your elbow with it and your arm is now in line with your body, you might as well not be on an incline bench. The whole point of this is to have your elbow back behind your body. That way you can get the stretch on that head of the bicep. So keeping it in that one spot, controlling the weight up, squeeze into the top, going twice as slow down, and just trying to make that one continuous motion throughout the entire set to get the optimal time under tension to break down more muscle fibers so that they can grow bigger later. So that does it for the back and bicep workout. It was 4 exercises for back, 2 exercises for bicep. A great pull day if you want to follow a push-pull legs routine, or if you're just looking for a couple of tips for your back exercises or new back exercises to do, same thing for biceps, then here you go. Now, if you guys are looking for more tips, for more guidance on exactly how to build muscle, how to burn off fat, I created this body shape quiz where you answer a couple of questions about yourself, what you're dealing with, what you're trying to achieve, what your goals are, and then at the end it spits out a video with 3 tips for whatever the goals are that you have in mind, and then it also matches you up with which of my programs would be best for your goals to help you get there as fast as you can and give you the guidance that you need to actually achieve that body. So if you want to check out that quiz, you can click the link in the description below this video. Other than that, if you learned anything in this video, if you found it helpful, make sure you're clicking the thumbs up button below. Go ahead, click the thumbs up button. If you have any comments, questions, videos that you guys want me to make, anything you're confused about, leave it in the comment section below, or share this video with any friends if you think that it would help them. And then last but not least, make sure you are clicking that subscribe button. I got videos coming all the time, and that way you don't miss out on the next one. All right guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.